at least for the foreseeable future, and hasn't all season, is Censor. Talked about him last show a little bit, but now he's making moves. He decided, you know what? I want to quit. I want to basically leave the Subliners. I'm not happy being on the bench. I don't just want to be a content guy. I want to give this a go. I could be let's be very clear. Censor could be a very successful content creator. He's already proven that. He already has the following. But that's not all he wants. He wants to be competitive. He wants to win a champion. Like, he wants to have that glory like he has tasted in the past. So he decides, listen, I want to go back to challengers, put together a team, grind it out. I want to prove myself so that if the time comes at the remainder of the season that an opportunity does present itself, then I will be there and available. Now, I did talk with Joey, the head coach of Seattle, on Monday for Coach's Corner, and he had a lot of complimentary things to say about Censor. He said, listen, I don't think people give this guy enough due. I don't think that people sort of meme him as somebody who isn't good because he's not getting necessarily good numbers while he's playing tens, and people are laughing at him like Formal on stream. But he said, you got to pay attention to this guy because that work ethic is eventually going to pay off. So my question to both of you, Katie, let's start with you, is there a future here for Censor? Will this grind pay off? Is this something that we could see after all of these decisions being made by him, that maybe he will find his way to the league in a starting position somehow?
I'm skeptical for a few reasons, and I'm going to swing back to kind of the chemistry issue that has been a theme throughout this entire episode. Is that you can be good, you can be qualified, you can have enough skill to be in a starting lineup. I don't necessarily think Censor is there on the skill level yet, but in terms of chemistry, people have to want to play with you. And I think that's a lot of the issue here too, is that there's going to be plenty of people who simply do not want to play with Doug for whatever reason they may have, personal, otherwise, don't know. But there's going to be a lot of people who don't want to play with him.
Is he a difficult teammate? Is he a tough guy to play with?
Yes, in the sense that he can fairly frequently be kind of whiny. Like, he did put out a recent video, which is one of many, where he kind of swings between, I'm going to be the best and I'm going to win champs, I'm quitting. But I'm going to be the best, but I'm quitting again. But oh my God, woe is me. But I'm going to win champs, but I'm quitting. Like, so people see this consistently, like this cyclical, like, baity, woe is me YouTube that he keeps putting out, these YouTube videos, these Twitch videos he keeps putting out, and it puts people off, right? Like, you might look at that and say, I don't really want to team with someone who seems so fickle about their drive and their motivation and their passion. What I would love to see from him is to put his head down and really grind. Like, don't make it a whole big PR thing. Like, just do what you're going to say you're going to do and commit to it, even if it doesn't work out for you in your own preset time frame, right? So, like, maybe give it more time than you're giving it.
Quick follow-up to that. So is this content Doug that's talking to us, or is this real Doug that's talking to us when we see all these videos? Because that's a very good point.
Oh,
like, he's making massive swings, right?
It's 100% content Doug.
Yeah.
100%. Like, I mean, it's just, I think it's like, what, 80% content Doug and 20% what he really wants. I just think that he's not patient enough to, like, he's like, oh, if this doesn't happen in 2 months or 3 months, then it, you know, I give up. It's like, no, you can't. That's not how that works.
I think it was really telling when we were initially talking about this, because we've been talking about this for a while, because he is like a, you know, popular content creator. I mean, I think the big thing for me is the time he would have been given a chance on the Subliners, they were like, we're going to bring in Mac. And Mac has worked out insanely well for that team. So I think, like, that was kind of the final, like, I don't want to say like the final straw, because I'm not like mad about it or anything, but like that was kind of the harbinger of what was to come in terms of how they were not going to play him, right? Like, if that, I feel like that was the best chance that he's had thus far this year, where you have this roster and they're not working out, and he keeps saying, like, I want to play, I've been grinding, and he still doesn't get the shot to start. That, I mean, at the very least, it was the end of him having a chance to start for Subliners. And to some extent, that may have radiated outwards. Like, that, to me, was kind of a critical moment in whether he was going to start this year or not. Because
Yeah, and I just think to that
I just
point-
feel like that situation was like, okay,
Yeah.
like why not give him a shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And didn't happen.
But to that point too, wanting something does not entitle you to have it.
Yes.
Especially in a season like this, where it's the tournament schedule is unforgiving for these teams. There is no time. Like, you have to make such snap decisions. You know, you have to get those CDL points. You have to ideally be in those top 8 going into champs, so you don't start in losers. And it's simply not a format that's conducive to just trying someone out, to try them out, you know? So I think there is also kind of an entitlement problem there that goes into Censor a little bit. Like, look at Pander, dude. There's plenty of subs who either have and were benched again or have not seen the light of day yet on a starting roster. And their mentalities and what they have been saying or not been saying, I think speaks volumes to kind of how Doug has been handling this.